What is up, Mass Mikes? It's Mass Mike 830 here, and I have a question. Is it better to be feared or respected? I say, is it too much to ask for both? Alright, so you guys know what time it is. It is Customs Showcase time! And I have created 12 customs from a superhero movie or a TV show, and today I'm going to showcase them to you guys. Normally I do new MCU movies, but I recently put out a poll asking if you guys would want to see some more MCU showcases, specifically sorry guys. Specifically from every single Marvel movie, including the X-Men movies. And you guys said just to do the MCU, so here we are. Anyways, so before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe, share with your friends, and comment down below who I should create next on the channel. Alright, so without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so the first custom I have with us today is Tony Stark. So for Tony, I chose Custom Head 33 in his skin tone with the black facial decal, the 5th darkest brown wrinkle decal, the short hair 03 in black, Custom Body 06 in dark gray with Deadshot's torso decal and 4th darkest blue, skin tone arms, dark sand brown hands, black hips and legs, and a spanner in light silver. Or actually, wait, no, not a spanner, but a hammer in light silver. Alright, so before we do his powers, let's turn him around, give you guys the full 360. There he is, looking really cool. Alright, so for his powers and abilities, I gave him technology access, a grapple gun in dark gray and light gray, smash walls, x-ray goggles, graffiti in red, and illumination. Alright, so there you have it, guys. Tony Stark from Iron Man 1. Alright, so now let's move on to Iron Man Mark 1. And this custom actually came out really well. I'm super glad with how this custom came out. Anyway, I chose the sports helmet in dark gray with Phantasm's headpiece in dark gray, Dr. Light's torso in dark gray, General Zod's arms, or wait, no, sorry, not General Zod's, Dr. Poison's arms in second darkest brown hands, Grid's hips in dark gray, and Cyborg's movie legs in darkest gray. So for his powers and abilities, I gave him a hyper jump. And I didn't give him a flight because at this point, his suits didn't fly yet. For hold square, I gave him a beam style 01 from both hands in orange to replicate his flamethrower. And then I gave him tap circle for bolts style 02 in red from the left hand for his missiles. And then I gave him super strength, technology access, beam deflect, hazard protection, elimination, and stealth. Alright, so that is Iron Man Mark 1. Now we can move on to Marks 2 and 3. Next up, we have both Iron Man Marks 1, I already did 1, but yeah, 2 and 3. These are the last two Iron Man suits from Iron Man 1. So, for Mark 2, I chose Deathstorm's headpiece in light silver with Grid's torso and arms in light silver, Grid's hips in light silver, and Grid's legs in light silver with light silver hands. So basically, just choose all of Grid's pieces except for the head, choose Deathstorm's head, and yeah. in light silver. Next up, choose for his powers and abilities. For the hold square, I chose Beam Style 01 in light blue from his chest. For tap circle, I chose Bolts Style 02 from both hands in light blue. For hold circle, I chose Beam Style 01 from both hands in light blue. And it is a heat beam. Next up, I chose Flight, Hyper Jump, as you guys can see, Hyper Jump, and Flight. Next up, I chose Technology Access, Smash Walls, Super Strength. I chose Super Strength. X-Ray Style 02, Tracking in light blue, Elimination, Stealth, and Hazard Protection. Alright, so now for the big one, the main star of this showcase, and that is Iron Man Mark III. Next, so for Iron Man Mark III, I chose Mr. Miracle's headpiece, the Epilot headpiece, the Epilot attachment piece in red, Grid's torso in both red and yellow, and gold and yellow, Kid Flash's arms in red. As you guys can see, there's a little bit of that yellow detailing there, which is great. Red hands, Grid's hips in red, and boots in gold and yellow on top and red on bottom. Alright, so for his powers and abilities, for hold square, I chose Beam Style 01 in light yellow from his chest. For tap circle, I chose Explosives in red for his missile that he launches at the tank during that very, very, very iconic scene. For hold circle, I chose Beam Style 01 from both hands in light yellow. Then I chose Technology Access, and I also chose Super Strength. Let's take a look at that right here. Hyper Jump, Flight, Technology Access, Super Strength, Smash Walls, Beam Deflect, X-Ray Style 02, Tracking in light blue, Hazard Protection, Elimination, and Stealth. And alright, so that is both Iron Man's Mark 1 and 2. Alright, so let's move on. Next up, we have Obadiah Stane and the Ironmonger. So, for Obadiah, I chose Custom Head 25 in his skin tone, with the second to light gray facial decal, the fifth darkest brown wrinkle decal, Clark Kent's torso in black, the Shade's arms, black hips and legs, and skin tone hands. For his powers and abilities, I chose Goon Command, Tracking, Technology Access, Drone Type Style 03 for hold square, Elimination, and Stealth. Alright, so now we have the Ironmonger. So for the Ironmonger, I chose Custom Head 69 in dark gray, with a dark gray torso piece, Grid's arms and hips, Black Lightning's legs in dark gray hands, and the Knight's armor attachment piece in dark gray. For his powers and abilities, for hold circle, I gave him a Beam Style 01. For hold square, I gave him a Beam Style 01 in light blue. For his chest beam, For Tap Circle, I gave him explosives in red for his shoulder cannon. For Hold Circle, I chose Beam Style 01 from the left hand in orange for his Gatling gun, for his machine gun on his arm. Or actually, I might have chosen the wrong arm. Yeah, I think I chose the wrong arm. Yeah. Switch up the arms. Switch up the arms. That's all I can say. That's all I gotta say. Next up, I chose Hyper Jump. Or I should have chosen Hyper Jump. Flights. No, Flight. Okay, yeah. Just choose Hyper Jump and Flights. Super Strength. Smash Walls. Here, let me give you a demonstration of his super strength. Super strength, smash walls, beam deflect, tracking in red, elimination, hazard protection, and stealth. Alright, next up we have Raza, Longknife, and Abu Bakr. So Raza and Abu were two more of the people who imprisoned Tony Stark, and they were these are the last two villains that I'm doing. Raza was the main guy, he was the leader, and Abu was basically the second in command. He was the one who welcomed Tony Stark in the very beginning of the movie when he first gets caught, and he's basically Raza's second hand. He was the leader of the Golmira attack. Okay, so for Raza, I chose Sivana's head in tan, Vandal Savage's torso, hips, and legs in camo green, with Alfred's arms in camo green, and tan hands. For his powers and abilities, I chose explosives in black for Tap Circle, Goo Command, X-ray goggles, and technology access. Next up, for Abu Bakr, I chose Custom Head 25 in 4th to Darkest Brown in tan, with the 4th to Darkest Brown Lingua decal color and the black facial decal, an afro short in black with Vandal Savage's torso, hips, and legs in camo green arms, and tan hands. I kind of gave them both really the same look, but that's because they kind of have really the same look in the movie. Anyway, for his powers and abilities, I chose technology access, smash walls, Goon Command, X-ray goggles, tracking in black, elimination, and stealth. Next up, we have Rhodey and Yinsen. Let me give you a good look at Yinsen. Now for Rhodey, I chose Custom Head 21 in 4th to Darkest Brown with the Shade's torso in dark blue, and then for the facial decal I chose black, and then I chose the Shade's torso in dark blue, Alfred's arms in dark blue, 4th Darkest Brown hands, Caps and Boomerang's hips in dark blue, the Joker's animated series legs in dark blue, and an afro short in black. Now this is obviously the Terrence Howard version of Rhodey, and not the Don Cheadle version. Anyway, yeah. So, for his powers and abilities, I chose X-Ray Style 01, Tech Access, Goon Command, Tracking, Elimination, and Stealth. And I gave him Goon Command because of his high rank as a military officer. Alright. And a colonel, yeah. Alright, so now let's move on to Ho Yinsen. So for Yinsen, I chose Custom Head 27 in tan brown with the 4th Darkest Brown wrinkle decal and the 2nd light gray facial decal and the Clark Kent glasses in black. Then I chose Hugo Strange's hairpiece in tan brown and second brightest gray, with Clarion's torso in dark gray, Alfred's arms in white, Captain Boomerang's hips in dark gray, and the Joker's legs from Batman the Animated Series in darkest gray. And for his powers and abilities, I chose Destroy Mode Style 03 for Hold Circle, for when he charges at the enemies with his gun, at the 10 rings with his gun. Technology access, and then I also gave him X-ray goggles, elimination, and stealth. Alright, so now let's move on to the final two characters. And finally, we have Pepper Potts, and a pretty obscure character to put in here, and that is Christine Everhart. But I'll explain, like, why I did this, why I chose Christine instead of, like, Happy or Coulson later on. Anyway, for Pepper, I chose Custom Head 11 in her skin tone, with the skin tone wrinkle decal color, the ginger facial decal, and the light pink lip color. Then I chose Mercy Graves' torso in dark brown, Alfred's arms in dark brown, skin tone hands, Scarecrow's hips, and the Joker's legs in dark brown. Because in the first movie, she wears like a dark brown blazer, a dark brown blazer with dark brown pants or slacks. And for her powers and abilities, I chose Detective Mode in black for when she's investigating on Obadiah. Technology access for kind of like the same reason, and plus she is Tony's assistant. And elimination and stealth for, again, when she's investigating on Obadiah at the very like in between the end of the movie. And then we have finally the last character in this showcase, Christine Everhart. Now, before I showcase her real quick, the reason I chose Christine was because I kind of wanted to give almost all of these like big, semi-big, pretty small, not that small characters their time to shine in each showcase. So obviously, Happy's coming most likely in Iron Man 2. Again, Phil, Agent Coulson, he's coming, if not in Iron Man 2, then in Thor, and there's a 100% chance that Fury is going to be in the Iron Man 2 showcase as well. But I wanted to add someone who was kind of an obscure character, and if you guys might have no idea who this character was, and if that be the case, then Christine Everhart was the reporter from Vanity Fair in the very beginning of the movie, and kind of in the middle of the movie. She's the one who told Tony about the 10 rings in Golmira, and then she was in the very end of the movie, actually. She was the first reporter to, like, step in and ask how, like, because originally they said, like, Iron Man was the bodyguard, it was his bodyguard, but she's the one who actually stepped in the very beginning of that interview and asked and, like, questioned it, really, and that really pushed Tony to say that to announce that he was Iron Man. Anyway, for Christine, I chose Custom Head 11 in her skin tone with the dirty blonde facial decal, skin tone wrinkle decal, the pink lip color, and I can't remember the hair piece that I chose. It's surprising that I didn't put it on the list, that I didn't put it, like, on my notes. Then I chose Zatanna's torso in dark gray, Alfred's arms in dark gray, Captain Boomerang's hips in dark gray, and the Joker's legs from Batman the Animated... It always gets me. The animated series in dark gray. And for her powers and abilities, I chose Technology Access, Detective Mode in black, Illumination, and that's it. And I chose Detective Mode in black because of her journalism skills, and that's it. Alright, so that is the showcase for Iron Man 1. Not Iron Man 2, but the Incredible Hulk, actually, should be coming out very, very soon. I'm gonna start on that pretty soon, like in a couple days, so it should be coming out soon. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of the day. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!